Here's all the adult jokes you might have missed in Toy Story 3. At the beginning of the film, we see Buzz become flushed by Jessie, and he says, "Why would I mind squeezing by you?" Come on, Pixar. Right before Andy looks in his toy chest, we see a sticker on the side of it of an orange football helmet with a tiger paw on it, and it says, "Go Tigers," a reference to the real-life college, Clemson University, and maybe that's where Andy ended up going. This garbage man is wearing the same shirt Sid wore in Toy Story 1, implying that this is actually Sid and he grew up to be a garbage man. When Barbie meets Ken, she tells him, "Nice ass, Cot." That pause is no coincidence. And then a little later, we see Ken and a bunch of the other evil toys gambling, and Ken says a bunch of gambling lingo. Then after that, when the toys tie up Buzz and Lotso sees this, instead of saying, "Oh my god," he says, "FAO my Schwartz," a reference to the real-life toy store FAO Schwartz. Then when the reprogrammed Buzz is going over the prison rules, it's a reference to an old movie called Cool Hand Luke, starring Paul Newman. Yes, the same guy who makes Ice-T. When Mr. Potato Head returns from the sandbox, he says it's nothing but sand and a couple of Lincoln logs. And then Ham says, "I don't think those were Lincoln logs," implying that they're actually pieces of poop. Now, while the toys are doing the prison break, in the monkey's office, we see a tissue box with the same pattern as Sid's carpet from Toy Story 1. This is also the same pattern as the carpet in the hotel of The Shining. Near the end of the film, Barbie tells Lotso authority should be derived from the consent of the governed and not by the threat of force. This is a double reference. First, it's a reference to a Thomas Jefferson quote that government derives its just powers from the consent of its governed, but it's also a reference to this Monty Python quote.
Executive power derives from a mandate from the masses, not from some farcical aquatic ceremony.
In the credits, Trixie and Rex play video games together, which is a nice little resolution to the scene from Toy Story 2, where Rex could not reach all the buttons on the controller with his tiny little arms.
I told you kids, stay out of my butt!
Do I even need to explain that one?